Welcome back to the channel. My name is a-bomb. Welcome back to Football Manager 2021 and Eastern Resurgence 2 with Steaua Bucharest. We are on the page of Goran Erez. He's officially left the club. He's joined Dinamo Zagreb. £3.1 million release clause was triggered. He is now a Dinamo Zagreb player. He said that he wanted to play for a bigger club. I don't see them as a bigger club, but maybe playing in Croatia he'll actually get some caps for the national team, because he's been uncapped for Croatia at any level, which is a travesty if you ask me. But hopefully he has a lot of success there. His release clause is at £4.7 million, so who knows, maybe one day we can get him back. We'll have to wait and see. But he's been a phenomenal servant for us. Fortunately, he has gone. Goodbye, Goran. If you're enjoying this series, as always, drop a like and leave comments. They're the best ways to support the channel. And if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, then do subscribe and turn on notifications. Before we show you what we're going to be doing today, let's have a look at what happened last episode and what happened in the one game that I played off camera. So last episode, it was a routine win over Gloria Bazao, a team that we haven't seen since our days in the second division. We won 3-0, didn't allow them a shot on target. It was a dominant performance and a 3-0 win and a one-sided performance. Off camera, we did have the second leg of our Europa Conference League third qualifying tie against Istra of Croatia. It ended 0-0 in Croatia, which meant that we did go through on aggregate 2-0 after our win at Steaua Stadium. It was a frustrating one. The passing was good, and then we got into the final third and we just couldn't get into their box. It was a tough one. We actually gave away a penalty in the first half as well. Tolic took the penalty, and it was saved by Kroyer really well, actually. So we got away with one there. It could have been disastrous. You know, if we'd have gone behind that early and maybe conceded another goal, we could have been staring down an exit at the third qualifying round. Don't want that. But the draw away from home meant that we went through on aggregate 2-0. So today, we've got both legs of our fourth qualifying round tie against Dundee United, who did knock out Vojvodina of Serbia in their qualifying round. And they've been in the Europa Conference League a few times in this series. Like I said last time, they actually knocked out Arsenal at this point in one season. They've got through to the last 8 in the past. They've been in the groups. And there's going to be a tough one, this, I think. We do have a game in between the two legs against CFR Cluj. If there's any goals from that, I'll be sure to show you those. Let's have a quick look at the league table. We're top with 10 points. Unbeaten so far. We're level with Astra. No new transfer news to go through, so let's jump into the first leg at home against Dundee United. Marko Lukovic is almost fully recovered from his injury. He's been out with a hamstring injury for a while. I don't think we'll risk him today. We'll stick with Georgion. This is the side that drew against Istra. I might go with Negoiscu if he's available. He is. We'll go to him in place of Mahaxi. I say this at some point like every year, but if you can hear my fan, I'm not sorry. It's very, very hot today. But anyway, into the first leg we go against Dundee United. Might be a tough one, this one. They've got some experience in this competition. We'll see how we do. A win in this first leg, and hopefully a big one, would be very, very helpful. Nedeleya's got some space to move into here, and here's Lukic. Sitting a bit deep. He might be able to make a run, though. He finds Negoiscu, and that's going to be headed away by Smith and helped on by Chalmers. Not Superintendent Chalmers, I don't think. Pavelka. Lukic. Oh, Kelly, the goalkeeper, just gets to it. And a good chance there on 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Blaze it up, my friends. Corner kick. And it's headed away by Smith. Bachiste will get to this first. Goes back out to Costanza, who's been playing all the European games at the moment. And Zubale seems to have sort of become the league player. So I think that works out well. And Din's gone long here and has found Lukic. And he's managed to slide it home for his 11th of the season. 25 minutes in. Lukic, the goal. Din, the assist maker. And that's 1-0. It's been coming. I think we've been the better team in these opening moments. And Cosmin Din with the left foot. The ball up to Lukic, who's onside. Keeper's sort of committed to it. Doesn't get near it. And Lukic has a nice easy finish. Din wins their header. And Lukic comes deep to collect that. Got a bit of work to do to get back up there now, though. He might be able to go all the way himself here. He's going for the run. And he might be able to spot out Pavelka, although Din's just come into the box. But he's just overrun it a little bit. McBride clears it away. Only as far as Costanza. Here's Nedeleya to Din. He's already got 1 assist today. Could add another one. Negoiscu. He can use Costanza and does. Someone's doing star jumps on the touchline. Costanza. Lukic. Oh, it was a good block, actually. I thought Lukic should completely slice that then, but it was a good block by the defender. That was a good first half. We've got 1 goal. Dundee haven't really looked like scoring. They've had 1 shot in the whole 45 minutes. We've looked on top. Hopefully we can keep it going. Get another goal just to make things, you know, a bit more comfortable, and I'll be fine with that. Going to make my first change with 70 minutes gone, and it's going to be Ismail for Negoescu. Again, just try and get him some match fitness because he's not long come back from an injury. Dundee United with a free kick here with Wright. 72 minutes gone. This is 1-0 still. Dundee haven't really looked like scoring, and they haven't there. But all they need is one chance to get that away goal, and we could be, you know, in for a big second leg in Scotland. We've been well on top in this game, but only one goal was kind of disappointing. Going to make my last two changes just to keep the freshness up. So Aura's going to come on for Pavelka, and Gabriel Toma is going to replace Martina. Going to drop Din slightly deeper. 2 minutes left of the 90. Aura wins the header. Here's Cosmin Din playing a bit further forward. He might have set up Lukic again here. And I don't know if that was a shot or what that was, but it's fallen to Toma. And Aura's there. He's got a free hit at the far post there. We finally double our lead with 2 minutes left of the 19. It's Anish Aura getting it from the bench. Yeah, it's been coming. You know, 1-0 is a bit disappointing considering how dominant we've been today. I don't know if that was a shot or what that was by Lukic, but Toma kept it in. And then Aura had a completely free hit, essentially an open goal at the far post. And he gets it in, 2-0. Okay, it's an alright first leg. 2-0 is good. It was enough to get us through against Istra. Hopefully it'll be enough to get us through against the Scots. Of course, if we do get through the Dundee game, it will be another group stage. This time in the Europa Conference League, of course, because we didn't win the league last season. We weren't able to go through the qualifying for the Champions League or the Europa League. Wonder if the Romanian sides are still in there. Viitorul is still in, and they're 2-0 up against Nordjylland, so they're looking good for a group stage. Academica lost to Slavia Prague in their second qualifying round. I think that was expected. That's a tough tie for them. Let's see how FCSB are doing in Europe. So they started in Champions League qualifying. They defeated Slovan Bratislava, and then they lost to Ludogorets, who I think have beaten us before, beat us last season. They beat Astana in the Europa League, and they're now against Malmo in the Europa League playoff, and they've got a game away from home in that second leg. And if they manage to hold on to that tie, then they'll be in the Europa League group stage. If not, they'll be down in the conference group stages with hopefully us if we get through against Dundee. Looking at our coefficient, we've actually jumped like 4 places, which is amazing. The coefficient points for last season, 9.125. I think a lot of that is us getting to the Europa Conference League final. I think we've played a big part in that. So I think we've jumped like 4 places, which is amazing. Okay, we have got the CFR Cluj game before the second leg against Dundee, so if there's any goals, I'll be sure to show them to you. It is a Monday night game though, so we are just 3 days away from that Dundee game, so I might need to rotate a bit for this one. Okay, well, if there's one word I could use to describe this, kerfuffle. I've got no idea what's happened here. Kutsi has gone for a long ball to Mahmoud, and it's the same as the Nedalea goal. It wasn't meant to be a shot, and it's ended up in the goal. Hamoud's not got to it. Cryu's let it go past. We're 1-0 down from their first shot. Well, 58 minutes. We have thankfully equalised after a really rotten performance. Who else but Filip Lukic with the goal? He's already got 12 this season. Heads it in from the Martina cross. Haven't been great today because we were behind because of that freak goal, but we haven't really offered too much going forward. Lukic has managed to equalise for us here. Well, Cluj have gone back in front. Let's have a look at this. Baliga with the ball. Sadegashvili to Georgia, and then Hamoud with his goal scorer. Took it round the defender. Cryu's not got anything to it, and we're behind again. Well, we just lost our first game of the season. Another counter-attack by Cluj. Kutsia up to Sadegashvili, and he's just put this past Cryu, who's not had a great... He's got a 7.4. How? With 3-1 down at home, this has not been great by us. Full time, it's our first loss of the season. Steaua 1, CFR Cluj 3. 21 shots, 9 on target, 1 goal isn't good enough. And Cluj, a couple of times they broke. We saw the third goal there. They broke from a set piece and managed to get up the other end and score. The freak goal with Kutsia was not good. Cryu somehow with a 7.3. I don't know how, because he hasn't been impressive in goal. But yeah, not good enough in the slightest. I did rotate. We did give Iranzo his debut at centre-back. Also changed Lukovic and brought him in, as well as some other changes as well. So we did rotate a bit. Maybe shouldn't have put Iranzo in there, or maybe should have put him alongside Mandalake rather than Basiste, just because he's a bit more experienced. So we did make a few changes. I don't think that can be, you know, the reason for the result, though. It was just one of those off days, I think. It's our first loss of the season, and it's at home as well. It's disappointing. Okay, we'll try and brush that to one side and focus on the second leg against Dundee United. We're 2-0 up. Hopefully we can hold on and and get through to the group stages again. Of course, we are just 3 days after that Cluj game, so changes being made. Cimpianu's in at centre-back, Costanza returns, Toma and Boyangi were in. Aura had a rotten game last out, so we're going to take him out and bring back Pavelka. I've gone with a guard against complacency for the second leg. We're 2-0 up, which is a good place to be in, but that could slip if we're not on our A game. So we need to make sure that we don't slip. 2-0 is a good lead to have going into this second leg. We just need to keep it up. That's a great ball. Oh, and Lukic has managed to put it in. 13.5 minutes gone. 13 goals already for Filip Lukic. And we lead 1-0 in Scotland. We're 3-0 up on aggregate now. This is a great ball by, I think it was by Pavelka. Or was it George Jon? No, it was Jon actually. Great sweeping ball. And Lukic, like, I don't even know what he did there. That happened so quickly. He's so good. Oh, Costanza's injured. And I didn't put Zubile on the bench. That's a problem. Do we have a centre-back on the bench? We do. We have Chiclea. Okay. In that case, Cimpianu's going to move to right-back. Chiclea is going to replace Costanza. That's not what we wanted. Okay, half-time. We lead 1-0 in Scotland. It's going okay. Hopefully we can just keep this going. I wouldn't be annoyed if we just shut the game down in the second half and just kept it at 1-0. We're in a good place, so hopefully we'll keep it that way. What was Costanza's injury? Foot injury. That could be anything. Hopefully it's not serious. Corner for Dundee with Dixon. And, oh, it's in off the underside of the bar by Lewis Nilsson. He's opened his account for the Dundee season. And 3 minutes, or less than 3 minutes into the second half, Dundee do have their first goal of the tie. Yeah, he got above a couple of players there and managed to get the ball onto the underside of the bar and in. Okay, it's 3-1. We've got an away goal. We should be okay. Hopefully we can get a bit more going forward, though. Another goal wouldn't hurt. Another 2 goals wouldn't hurt. Here's Lukic. Goes back to Cimpianu, Nedalea, and Gabriel Toma. And Pavelka could get his first goal. No, he can't. Just put it the wrong side of the post. Going to bring off Mahaxi for Negoyski. Mahaxi hasn't had a great game for us. He got an assist in his first game, which was against FCSB. Since then, hasn't really offered too much. I think the same can be said for Pavelka as well. I think he might have 1 or 2 assists. But just looking for a bit more from these wingers. Dundee with the ball again here. Dixon gets the ball from the Smith throw-in. Goes for the cross. Wright's there, but Cryu is there at the post as well. Good save. Going to make my last change and bring on Morong for Nedalea. Again, just to try and keep things fresh. It looks like we're done enough here. We're 3-1 up on aggregate. We're into stoppage time. This should be a win in the tie. It looks like we're going to miss out on winning the second leg. Oh dear. Malaki missed the header there. Luckily, the attacking player wasn't too bothered about it or didn't really notice it. Here's Morong. Could be a chance for a winner here in the tie. It's Pavelka, and it's gone out for a corner. 2 minutes to go in stoppage time. Still a chance for either side to win the tie, but it looks like we have won. Oh, well, we've won the tie, but it could be a chance for either side to win the game on the night. Manalake pokes it in at the near post for his first goal of the season, and it's 2-1 and it's 4-1 on aggregate. It looks like we are going to win both legs with that set piece goal in stoppage time. Interesting camera angle. Nagoyski with a corner kick, glanced on by Pavelka. Manalake stretches to get it at the near post and gets his first goal of the season. And that's full time. It is a 2-1 win in Scotland. We win 4-1 on aggregate. Yeah, it was an alright performance. Hopefully Costanza's not too badly injured. But yeah, good performance over both legs. Unfortunately, though, we won't be joined by Viitorul as they lost to Nordirland. FCSB are through to the group stages of the Europa League after beating Malmo on away goals. So they're going to be in the Europa League group stages. We're in the Europa Conference League group stages. Costanza, ankle injury, month, maybe 2. Not great. I would hope with our run to the final last season we're in pot 1, but I guess we'll find out in a minute. Yeah, we are seeded first. That's good news. Okay, we've avoided some good sides. AC Milan, Arsenal, Feyenoord, Midtjylland, Mönchengladbach, Nordirland and CSKA Moscow are the 8 first seeded sides. So we are in Group B. So who do we have in the second seeds? We have Astana, we have Karabag, we have Trabzonspor, we have Dundalk, we have Ghent, we've got Skendia, I don't know how you say that, Slovan Bratislava and HJK. Let's see who it's going to be. It's not going to be HJK. It's Dundalk. So we're going to have an Irish side. I think for the first time. I don't think we faced anyone in Ireland. We have. No, we faced Derry. Beg your pardon. Okay, the third seeds. We have Stade Riem. We have Rijeka. We have Panathinaikos, St. Gallen, Lask, Nurkoping, Jablonec and Maccabi Tel Aviv. Is Norrköping the club on the Åland Islands? Is that the side in the island where they speak Finnish? I want to do a series with these guys. A team that play in Sweden but speak Finnish would be quite cool. I'd like to look at these guys one day. They're not in our group. We've got Rijeka, another Croatian side. So we've got Ireland and we've got Croatia. In the 4th seed, we have Apollon, Napredak, FCSB. Wait, what? I thought they got through. Oh no, they lost on away goals. Oh. I mean, that's unfortunate for the league, but haha. We've also got Vålerenga and Rosenborg of Norway. Krylia Sovetov, Dynamo Minsk and Valor of Iceland. I don't really know much about, apart from the 2 Norwegian sides. I don't really know any of these teams apart from FCSB. Let's see who it's going to be. It's Dynamo Minsk, so we've got a Belarusian side in there. That is an interesting group, and I think one that we should win. Looking at these sides, I think we've been dealt quite a good group there. Who did FCSB get in their group? Stade Riem, Slovan Bratislava, and Nordsjælland. That could be could be a difficult one for them. Nordsjælland of Denmark, Slovakians, and you've got a French side as well. Alright, so let's have a look at what we have coming up then. We have 2 league games against Gaz and Academica. Our first Europa Conference League group game is in Belarus against Dynamo Minsk. Then we host Sepsi. I think we'll come back for Dundee for that first home game in the group against the Irish side. I think we'll do that next episode, and then we'll jump ahead and maybe do one of Rijeka or Dynamo Minsk. And then see where we go from there. I'm hoping that we can win this group. It looks quite easy. And the last time we were in the Europa Conference League, we had a pretty good group as well. Last time we won the group without losing. We thrashed PAOK. We didn't do great against Antwerp during both games, and we were good against Rapid Vienna. And this seems like an easier group than that. So I'm pretty confident that we can get through, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, drop a like down below and leave comments. They're the best ways to support the channel. And if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, then do subscribe and turn on notifications. Next episode, we'll crack on with the Europa Conference League group campaign. We're going to take on the Irish. We're going to take on Dundee next episode. And we'll have the game against the Belarusians off camera. So hopefully it will be a nice, easy group again. See if we can win it and get through to another knockout stage in Europe. Hopefully we can forget about the Cluj game, because that's our first loss this season. Hopefully not too many of those this year. We want that league title back, so hopefully there won't be too many more losses this year. But anyway, that's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.